This video is all about two new versions of previously released backpacks, rucksacks from GORUCK. We have the double compartment bullet ruck. This one's 18 liters. And we have a M23 21 liter version. And now they're in space age Dyneema rough and tumble material that we've seen in other bags before, and now we see them on two of my favorite designs from GORUCK. Let's get into it. Let's see what the differences are and really talk fabrics and how you should choose from the dizzying array of fabrics they have now at GORUCK. This video is partially sponsored by GORUCK for sending me these two fantastic bags to totally abuse and tell you about. This video is also sponsored by 10,000, an apparel brand that I use for fitness. I've used it for 4 years. And I just have this hoodie on that is one of my favorites. So let's get into it. This right here is probably the first backpack that really put me on a vector for this channel in terms of what I was going to focus on, because this bag is so awesome. This is the GRX C1. This is the first collaboration between GORUCK and Carryology, and it was made out of Dyneema. They came out with this 21 liter size and a 26 liter size, both fantastic. The 21 liter size is my everyday carry version. I will sometimes step it up to a 26 liter if I'm traveling, but this one went everywhere with me as an airline pilot for a very long time until I just bounced to some other designs. But made out of Dyneema, it's super cool. At the time, we really didn't see many bags made out of Dyneema, especially this thicker version of Dyneema. So it's really, really cool. Of course, Dan Matsuda, awesome patch, just love that thing. But this is the way it, came out. We have orange accents everywhere. Did a whole video on this one a long time ago, so I'll put the link to that. You can go back and watch the whole thing. Since then, GORUCK has made several of their designs out of Dyneema. I personally just don't really like the bigger bags out of Dyneema, and I really haven't used them, so I really can't speak too badly about them because I just haven't used them. But in this size I love. So when they came out with these two other versions, the M23, one of my favorite grab and go around town travel bags because of all the access of all these pockets, access the main compartment, front pocket, side pocket, water bottle pocket, is just fantastic. Made out of Dyneema, now it's awesome. Well, I mean, it was awesome before, but I'd like it in this Dyneema. And then we have the double compartment bullet, which shocked me when we came out with the first couple of iterations of this bag. And since we're talking about it, we had Ultra, which was a Carryology collaboration thing. Love the Ultra material. I really do. And I've carried this around a ton. So we're going to compare this Ultra to the Dyneema, just because it's awesome. So let's just start off things with a look at the M23. So the M23, and I'm gonna have to give it a crinkle test. And that's one of the things about the Dyneema is it is a different, more rigid material than say Cordura or definitely waxed canvas. I mean, waxed canvas, which I'm also a sucker for, is just a very, livable classic material that I just really love. And I had to pick up this olive one. They didn't send this to me. I just color. It's really cool. So I love that one. And of course, since we're talking about different builds, they made a 500D one. I don't have that one, but they originally came out with the Ripstop Aerobic, which I also like. I mean, it really comes down to, and this is a great opportunity to talk about material choices. How do you choose? And, I always get this question of which one's more durable or which one is better. And it really comes down to how you plan to use the bag and your personal preferences. So personal preference is like, does this wax canvas just speak to you? Do you love the feel of it every time you pick it up? Does it encourage you to go out and do something? then get the wax canvas. Do you love the space age material and durability? Do you like the just more packable and, conforming to whatever you have in there, aerobic material? Which one speaks to you? And that's really most of it. In terms of durability, all of these materials are durable. Some maybe a little less than others, and obviously Dyneema, based off its material integrity, it is probably the most long-term durable bag, just because that's what it was designed to do. One consideration though is there's always scars. GORUCK scars, which is there to repair your gear when it fails you based off of whatever abuse you put it through. Except if you drag it behind a truck, then not covered. But this stuff, you wear out a bottom, that kind of thing, you send it to them and they're going to either repair the one you sent to them or send you a new one if they still make that design. So again, not so concerned about the material choice in terms of durability. It's more about, man, I just love the look of that green and I just want to use it. Or, man, this Dyneema just looks cool. The way it wears, the way it feels, it's just fantastic. So you make a decision based off of your personal preference. Since I have them all, I just kind of bounce between them. And some days I feel more heritage, some days I feel more Dyneema. And some days, I just feel like the nice feel of the aerobic. And, they're all awesome, fantastic. Same features throughout in this M23 design. So, you're going to have the same fitlock buckles, the same pocket layout. That is fantastic. And of course, I did an M23 specific video, and I'll link that right here for you to go look at the total run through. The only real differences, besides the Dyneema, is this one has, the internal is just gray, where, the Carryology ones are green. Carryology ones are orange. This one is gray. I don't even know where I got green from. Now the same, same awesome features, just, in gray, that I really do love about the M23. Back panel is 210. And I love everyone complaining about the 210 back panel. It really is durable in this mode. And it is slippery on your back, so definitely sternum strap is definitely one of the things that you want to include. And they do include this on the M23, so you're set there. But, laptop compartment. Handle is much better on this one compared to previous, the M22. The M23 definitely has a good handle. Still no top pocket, but otherwise just fantastic. We'll open the top here just so you can see. Everything inside is just the same. So, anyway, M23, fantastic. Before we move on, great time to tell you about the sponsor of this video, 10,000. 10,000 is a men's fitness apparel brand that I've been familiar with for 4 years now, used their shorts a ton, and I am a big fan of the fit, the finish, big fan of the interval and the tactical shorts. I've told you about those before in previous videos, but I'm also a fan of some of their apparel, like this tactical, it's a mid-weight tech hoodie. It's just the perfect mid-weight. It is very, very comfortable, wear all day for sure. And one of the coolest features about it is not only does it have the hoodie pocket, but it has zipper pockets on the side. Now this zipper pocket on one side, just for some stuff. This one, it doesn't go all the way through. This one has a little internal pocket that you can put a key fob so it's not going to bounce around, or your AirPods. So love this hoodie, wear it, and it packs with me everywhere. And I'm really excited about the change of seasons because, it's backpacks, then it's action cameras, then it's hoodies. Those are the things that I love in terms of collecting things. So I've got tons of hoodies, and this one is definitely at the top of the heap this time of year for the midweight. So if you like the hoodies and the shorts and you want an apparel brand that you can wear all day and really put up with a ton of abuse, just like your GORUCK gear, then check out 10,000.cc. That's the important part at the very end. 10,000.cc/JBOutside15 for 15% off your first order, which is really cool. Big thanks to them for adding that. And for you watching this video, checking them out. 10,000.cc/JBOutside15. JB outside 15. All right, let's get the M23s out of the way and move on to the double compartment bullet. Double compartment bullet, which, man, this thing is awesome for a lot of reasons. And this is the smaller one, 16, this is 18. But as I did in my original video, which I'll link over here, the size is deceiving. It's way bigger, fits a ton of stuff than just the stated size. And they got to that determination based off of their previous bullet sizes, because the same basic footprint is a 15 liter, but then they add a laptop and they stretch it out. So it holds a lot more than 16 liters. That's the punchline. This is just the standard awesomeness of a bullet with a second layer. Now, I've done a video on this one specifically, and so there's really not a ton of differences. Well, there's no difference between the layout of the original double compartment to either of these two bags. Now, what do we have here? We have the Ultra edition. This was the GORUCK Carryology Ultra edition of this. Came as part of another capsule, which is awesome. And the AquaGuard zippers on this are a big standout, which we don't have on the Dyneema edition. Of course, the Ultra material is really cool, and I really do love this one. I did use this one for a work bag for a long time, and it just doesn't really show much use. That's what the bottom of it is looking like, so everyone wants to know, hey, how's the Ultra holding up? That's what it looks like long term. You know, it's patinaing a little bit, slightly, but you know, you're just seeing some of those support fibers, you know, if anything. But you know, other than that, dude, it's a champ. Now the Dyneema version will probably look something like this later. This is the GRXC1, but which, you know, is aged very well. But now we have it, you know, in a double compartment size. So home run in terms of materials. It doesn't have the AquaGuard zippers. Black on that side, gray on the inside of this. If I can find the zipper. You know, gray on the inside, nice little pockets like we got everywhere else. You know, made in Vietnam. If that's important to you, cool. It's not important to me. I've had no quality issues with any of the GORUCK bags, regardless of where they were built. So I think if they're keeping some prices down, that's awesome. So, you know, the bullet characteristic is we really have no rain flaps anywhere compared to a GR1, so there's no flaps to keep things dry, but you know, a little spearhead on this one, which is just cool. So yeah, love it. Great addition to the lineup. Links in the description down below for all the bullet rucks, all of the M23s. You can see what's available. The Dyneema is now on the list. It is super cool. Love what they've done. And you know, the Dyneema is a great material. But like I said with the M23 discussion, it really comes down to your personal preference. And again, there's a noise that you have to you kind of have to come to terms with Dyneema. But I think it's worth it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Lots coming out. Had a busy week, a lot of videos all crammed into one little section. Things are going to slow down a little bit, but we do have some really exciting things coming up. And when I say exciting, really exciting, you know, like I didn't get exciting versions of some packs before, but we're on the cusp of doing some other cool reviews of version 2.0s of things. So really excited for all of these things to be happening. So definitely sign up for alerts so you're identified or get notified when these things happen. So there you go. See you. This backpack right here this rucksack right here is the GRXC1, the first collaboration between GORUCK and boom. This one right here, this rucksack, backpack if you prefer, this rucksack is the GR1 made out of Dyneema. Now it is the collaboration between GORUCK and Carryology called GRX.